I've just started streaming, by the way, guys. So,
Oh, okay.
We are here at the poorly rendered ye olde TV shoppy to watch Jacob's favourite TV show.
It is, yes.
Yeah, he won't shut up about it.
Ideally, actually, you know, when we start watching, can either of you just check YouTube for me just to make sure that we're not the audio from the show's not coming through?
Hold on. Okay.
When we press play, just make sure it's only us, because it should be that we can hear it, but the stream doesn't. If that makes sense.
Yeah, just hit play. Oh wait, it's still behind.
Right, I press play.
I just hit play anyway. Yeah.
It's still too. Right, is it coming through?
Still waiting.
Okay.
No, it's not coming through.
Cool. Right then, let's just see if we get copyright struck at all.
Alright.
I think it's hidden
Oh,
enough.
yeah. We're watching all the trailers as well. Okay.
I think they're actually needed.
They are, unfortunately.
Do you think that's hidden enough,
Oh,
Jacob,
but
by the way? Just as...
Yeah, it should be hidden. If you get copyright struck, then it's like Viz are just being assholes, and what you do is you jump that shit straight to the appeal process. They'll drop it.
It's fair.
So while I do like the trailers, the fact that some of this, at least two of them, are needed to understand certain things in the show, to at least to some degree, I think is a fault.
Yeah, I hadn't actually watched them for a long time.
And granted,
Recently,
I have some thoughts on Yang's trailer. I actually used to really love it, and now I really don't like it. But I'll talk about it when we get there.
I've not I haven't seen these trailers for a long time. Like, I watched them when they first came out, you know, way back when. But I've not watched them like since then, and watching them again made me realize that, oh yeah, there's some stuff in here is actually not 100% necessary, but it's very important.
Yeah. And there's one thing I have learned about like Monty's animation. It's like he's really good at timing. Like also Monty's is both timing and the fact that he can do a lot with a very little.
Yeah,
Poser is not a good is not really a great animation program, but when it comes to like at least the fight choreography, he makes it work.
Yeah, from what I've seen, like he's been pretty. It's his sincerity, because he was like self-taught, wasn't he, and everything. So we just watched a lot and then just did a lot of stuff with it. So you could tell how passionate he was. That's why obviously the early volumes where he was involved are. It's not like there's no great stuff later on, but it's why that one's got like the most good stuff.
Yeah.
Because volume 4 onwards does have some good fights. They're just not. Common.
They are reliant on. God, I'm trying to find a good word for it. They're trying to be the fights are not. The fights are trying to be other anime and not RWBY, if that makes sense. You know, it probably doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to really put it into words. And it's not because like I'm pretty sure someone could watch Monty's stuff and go and just kind of copy it. At the very least, if it can't get it 100% correct. Or like 1-to-1, it'd at least be close enough to where it feels like a RWBY fight, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, RWBY, that it was used to be really like I don't know about heavy, because everyone could move around a lot, but they used to be like weight to the impacts, if that makes sense.
Yes,
and,
yeah. There's huge weight.
They did bring it back. It was getting better, but there was this weird bit for volume 4, 5, and 6 where they just like weren't at all.
Yeah. Oh god, when we get to Volume 6, I have so much to fucking say about that because I don't think it gets enough hate. It deserves more hate than it gets.
I'm really mixed about Volume 6 because there's some really cool ideas that I love, and then, well, and then there's some other stuff.
There's like a shit ton of like world building problems. Ruby's morality being kind of fucked in when you really start thinking about it.
The second half. I mean, there's some fun choreography stuff, I guess, but it's like as like a plot with morals, like I don't know. I mean, this weird thing, right? I mean, I know we're not got there yet, but fuck it. It's like it really is an interesting way to show that they are kids, but then you're like, man, they should not get away with any of this shit.
So this has kind of always been a problem. They're kids, but like I think at that point in time they were all like 18 or 19 except for Ruby. But which to be fair, the difference between a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old is virtually non-existent.
Well, but no,
but at the same time,
my point isn't that they're kids. Therefore, excuse them. My point is more that it shows their inexperience. But my point would be though. But then you have to follow that up with them absolutely, not doing it because of that.
Yeah.
And Volume 8 was a really good one, I think, for that. Like, I really liked the idea of that. However, my main problem with that is where the fuck is everyone else?
I despise Volume 8 with every fiber of my being.
I like the ideas of a lot of stuff, but like. It mainly acts like the main characters, like the named characters, are the only people that exist, and it fucking confuses me.
Yeah, and other things.
No, there's stuff to talk about, but I just mean like, I find it weird that it just acts like the main cast of RWBY, and well, all the named characters I say are like the only ones that exist apart from the background, like civilians to save. Mm-hmm. Like whether they say there's a hierarchy in Atlas, but whether apart from Ironwood and the Aesops, where the fuck are they? Oh, hang on, and half of Team Funky. Sorry, apart from them, where is everyone?
Yeah, well, no. Flint and Neon were the only ones that showed up.
That's what I mean.
So they're the only ones that exist.
That's what I mean. Half of Team Funky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but these openings are pretty cool. Like, I haven't really got much to say at the minute. This is just like the showcase of the animation, and I'm all for it.
Yeah. So the one thing I always took from Weiss's trailer is that like the night was not literal. Like all of it was metaphorical, and the scar could have been through like abusive parenting. But then like Ice Queendom, which is quasi kind of canon in certain areas. No, it's just a literal giant knight that she fought.
It was a test. I think it was meant to be, and obviously I don't know what supplement, like where it came from, I forget, because I read a lot recently, I've gone on the RWBY binge, but it was meant to be like the same Grimm, I think, that inhabited, the ones that took over the Lumpus Stone that they fight in Volume 4.
Yeah.
It's basically that, but with a suit of armor. Which is fine.
The thing is, the battle at the end kind of implied that it was for an audience, so it might have been just like a test of his strength to... a family. We all know a kind of stuck up bricks.
Well, the trailer's cooler, but in the anime, which is still kind of, the animation's pretty fucking great for that. But they basically just outright say in that one, like Jake said, it's like semi-canon, but they just say it's like she's like, if I can kill this Grimm that you find, I get to go to Beacon, and they go yeah, and then she wins, and then she goes to Beacon.
Yeah, because personally, I don't know, because like I guess. Once again, showing that I'm overthinking it. I always thought it was purely metaphorical, where the knight represented Jacques or her family, or the pressure it is to be the heiress of the Shi.
It can be both. It can be literal, but also metaphorical.
Well, I assume
true,
especially if it's for her family. There's like, that adds to the metaphor.
Yeah, but it also just be really weird because like in the main show proper, it's never properly established.
Well, I assume it's real now because of her summoning, but obviously that didn't really happen until fucking Volume 4, so...
No, Volume 5, you mean?
Was it Volume...
No, Volume 3, she summoned the arm to cut the...
she does, so it's Volume 3. I thought 4 ended with her using it to break the window open.
Oh, it did, it did happen in Volume 4, you're right, it did. Which, fun fact, did you know that Adam was never supposed to be a character in the show?
I did not know that.
Apparently, Monty saw some guy cosplaying as him, and he was like, "Okay, now we'll make him a character in the show."
Here's the thing, yeah, the one thing I will say is that the stories where I don't know, I know I've heard a lot of people saying like they ruined Monty's vision, but Monty, I don't know how much he was really cared about the story as much as the action. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because like when we'll get to it, I'll like talk about it, but just for some people that don't know, again, I know I've told you guys this, but Monty would just make a fight scene and just go, "Here you go." And it's just like
he told us that's why the mech fight happened, because like I want him to fight on mechs. Like, oh, we have to find a way to make this work.
Yeah, he wouldn't follow storyboards. He would like isolate himself in the editing dungeon, in the animation dungeons. And then Neo's entire existence was because Monty didn't want to animate the Roman like running to the airship.
That's the shit that I love, though, because I know I said this before, but obviously because we're here. That's the thing, you make that as like a shortcut, but then later on you have to stick with it. And as long as you do, I think that stuff's really a creative way of doing it with this kind of world. It's just a shame that it didn't stay that quality. But yeah, you know, we'll get there as we get there.
And then Neo became a character, and instead of just like, I don't know, letting her just fuck off in Volume 3, they brought her back, and then, you know, Volume 9 happens, and the retarded shit involving her.
I think she should have come back, but she should have just been like her own agent, not working with anyone at all.
Yeah, because it's like, oh man, she has nothing left to go back to. Cinder's the reason why she's here.
Yeah, like for saying she wanted revenge against RWBY, it's weird that she didn't want revenge against Cinder. It's weird, but anyway. We had to see Adam using the semblance. It's like cool for the one time he does it. Like, the other times he's... Here's the thing, it still makes sense when he fucks it up, but it's still just like, wow, this is the one time he gets to be cool with it. And it's in the trailer.
Well, yeah, because Adam could have been a very good exploration of extremism, but he just turned out to be salty ex-boyfriend that's incredibly pathetic and lame.
I think that my main problem with RWBY I have, and it's not my only problem, but like I find this a lot, they set up some really interesting ideas, and then either the payoff is shit to like is either boring, terrible, or non-existent.
Yes,
like a lot. Like you said, like the Adam one's great, and then it ends up with him just being cringe, and you're like, oh, that's the lame ending. That fight actually has some cool moments, but it's just like when it has no substance, who the fuck gives a shit?
And then there's also weird moments in there, like Blake is climbing up a cliff, Yang and Adam don't move, but then Blake climbs up this cliffside that they're on, even though she was above them, and she like does this weird janky ass uppercut to Adam, and it's really bad. Anyway, so here's the trailer that I used to be my favorite, but now I really hate.
Oh, by the way, in this edit that I made, by the way, if there's any errors, don't be surprised, because I did this while
inebriated.
Yes. So there'll probably be lots of little mistakes, but I mean, tell me, but you'll know when it's me and not the show. It's usually when a bit of the audio gets cut off because I've not done the fade right and stuff like that.
Because talking to Junior.
Because what I've done is I've basically made 18 like supercut episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and apparently I've got a parcel that's been delivered. I'll just be a sec.
Oh boy, are we ready for like the first example of fucked up morals? Say like, okay, Junior's a criminal. He deserves to go to jail. But like, he doesn't deserve this. Guys, it's funny. It's funny this man is getting his testicles crushed. He's being tortured in an interrogation. But torture and unnecessary harm is bad. No, and well, Junior's being a retard right here, and you know, obviously.
As a fucking hell. I don't know, do they ever confirm it in the show? Because I know that behind the scenes they've said that it is definitely Raven she's looking for, but I don't know if they ever said that.
She is right. She is looking for Raven. You can kind of, she like shows the picture and then like it's like the outline of Raven. And here we go. She's just literally just destroying all this property for shits and giggles. Unnecessary destruction and harm to people, which, is bad.
Nah, it's fine.
Except when they do it.
Nah, it's fine.
Bro, like, all you had to do...
tight, though.
Oh, yeah, the animation's tight, but I don't give a shit, because it's like, oh, okay. So Yang was kind of always a fucking cunt waffle. All right.
It would have been interesting if that was like her arc for the series of going, you're kind of like a fucking psycho. Like, it's like, no, I'm not. And she learns how not to be a psycho. And like, that's her growth.
Which, by the way, there are no consequences for this whatsoever. Junior just doesn't go like, yeah, this bitch shot up my club and like insulted my employees.
There's a lot of this was like a lot of dropping stuff or not going with stuff even early on.
Do you know those two? The models. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Something really like it's not even really that important, but those two dresses were originally going to be like an alternate one for RWBY and Weiss for like a set piece that they never did, so that's why they used it for the trailer.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I guess there was going to be some like a little dance thing or whatever, but they ended up basically not needing like a flashier one, so they just used it for these two. Also, these two are the daughter of that woman in
Volume 6, the one that
that Cinder goes to, which is very useless information, but apparently it's true. Oh, I do really like the music of RWBY.
So do I. And then Junior's just like, literally, like he's defending his property. It's really do you think they did the thing where he's leaning in for to kiss the underage girl to like go? See, he deserves to be fucking beat up. It's like, I mean, I guess so for like getting decked, but like this is completely excessive.
I wonder, by the way, like whose semblances, not just the main group and that, but I mean, but like everyone, which like ones they knew who ability that they were going to be, or if a lot of them they just were like not sure at all. Like so, I've known that curiosity, like I don't know, but I'd be fascinated to say like if like Ren's like emotional sort of masking was always the point, or if that was like something they just came up with. It doesn't matter either way. I'm just like going
I think they probably came up with it like around Volume 4, which it's fine.
Oh no, I mean I'm not against it. Like if my main problem, if you don't think of that, like if you have a superpower and your character doesn't show it for ages, that's fine. However, when you eventually introduce it, you do have to kind of retroactively think back and go, could they have ever used it, and why wouldn't they have? Luckily, Ren's power is very niche, so it doesn't actually matter with him. But like, I've seen quite a few shows where the author didn't really have an idea, and then later on they're like, "Oh, they have superpower," and it's like they were trapped under a bus earlier. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They have super strength. Was like the loved one was like on a collapsed building, and they just were like doing nothing. Why did they do that?
That's what I mean. Exactly. So far,
I'll get back to you.
I think so far, RWBY's been mostly okay with that. I don't think they've had that thing where you can think, why didn't they use their semblance earlier? That if anything, they have an overuse of it. Cause they get Yang to use her semblance when it shouldn't fucking do anything.
Marrow, granted, it's not. He should have used the semblance immediately when they were fighting Team RWBY in Volume 7.
Yeah, but I mean,
and literally freeze them in place.
Yeah, but that's not. But like I said, that's not a problem with him introducing his power. Like he already had that power. That was just.
That's a different problem of him not using his power for some reason.
That was like the choreography was just.
Yeah.
So he realized we want to fight, but this guy can stop time, so we can't have him stop time.
And I'm not even getting to Crow semblance. I don't even. It's like bad luck. Okay, how does that fucking work?
Well, I really like.
Is it?
I really like.
It looks like Wonder of You, where you can't win.
I really like. His misfortune semblance. I think it's really fun.
Wonder You so fucked up. Think about it.
Yeah. Well, no, but the issue is that like it's the ultimate plot convenience ability. You don't have to explain it. It just causes bad luck for everyone around him, including himself in a weird, convoluted way, even though you'd imagine that it wouldn't affect him.
Yeah,
because he's the one radiating.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're consistent about it. Like, as long as you set it up. And
well, I mean, I'm fine with it being set up, but like, you need to with something as vague as bad luck, because what the hell is even luck in this context? Like, is it a probability manipulation? Like, is it like subtly altering future events?
I think
like what actually doing.
From what we've seen, it seems to be like it hedges anything like against your favor, like slight things. Like, it's not like it wouldn't just suddenly cause like you'd have a heart attack or anything like that. But it's like when.
Well, obviously, yeah. It has a limit.
Yeah, but my thing is like when he's. But one of the things I did like is when he's fighting Tyrion in Volume 4, he notices the roof has like a dodgy beam, so he kind of gets Tyrion to stand near there because he kind of almost assumes that his semblance is gonna cause it to give. You know, when it could go either way, and it does. Like
yeah. So it sounds like how it works is like you're in a fight, and for some reason. His opponent just has the sun in his eyes, so he has an advantage. He's like, yeah, semblance to that. Like, just giving a small advantage.
I mean, it could do. But I'm fine. But I genuinely, like, I'm alright with stuff as long as it's not, like... Basically, as long as it doesn't change stuff as it goes on. And Crow's semblance is pretty consistent. It's always, like, minor stuff that, like, adds up.
It is, but I do think it should have been explained a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't think you need to. It seems pretty. It's just he has moderate bad luck. It's just his life sucks. Poor sod. I like Crow.
Well, I like him up until Volume 7, Episode 12.
Do you know the thing about that? Which we won't go into too much detail because we'll get there eventually. But I don't understand like why he's surprised that what happens.
Because. Yeah, they had to make him a gibbering retard.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's just weird, but whatever. I mean, Tyrion's having real fun in that scene.
Roman, the real best villain.
Yeah, his end in Volume 3 actually makes me sad because I was just like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's I mean, like, it's a good ending to his character because it pairs with what he's like telling RWBY.
By the way, do you know what fairy tale he's based off of?
No, I don't.
It's from Pinocchio. You know, the kid with the cigar when they first go to the the island.
Oh yeah, Pleasant Island. Yeah. He's the one that gets turns into a donkey on screen.
Yeah, he's based off him.
Guys, look! It's not magic; it's telekinesis.
Oh, apparently, this is the thing that confused me. Apparently, like, not just Weiss, there are, like, glyph semblances in RWBY. It's just we only ever see fucking Weiss and her sister. And her, but, like, it's not explained that's what it is, but RWBY has exposition, and yet it exposits the stuff you don't need to know quite often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I don't mind this episode. Like, I think it's great. The problem is that this is that thing that you do need to explain later. And do you know what? It will be really easy to when you set your fucking first, like, saga in a fucking school.
Exactly. Yeah. They squandered.
That's the most of the purpose. Yeah. It's not even a school setting. It's like they hang out for a bit and take, 2 classes, and the rest is just a tournament, and then they're off.
There was the Mountain Glen stuff, but that was less... which was like in-field experience.
Yeah, so that feels less like school and more like you could have just had them fight Gwem.
Well, yeah. Well, I would have meant like in-field. Yeah, you could have done that, and I guess
it isn't really a learning experience for the audience or them. It's just go fight.
Yeah.
I love Ruby's like, oh my god, I love self-defense while she's using a sniper rifle.
Yeah. This was before Lindsay found her RWBY voice, and I actually like this voice for her better.
This bit in a minute that's coming up where she's rambling is really a weirdly amazing bit of voice acting.
Yeah.
You know, where she's basically going on about like how amazing huntresses are and that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I very much prefer it's because like and then like Volume 2 onwards, she just ramps up the pitch. It gets grating. Hi, Ozpin. Your backstory is fucking stupid.
Love it. Oh, I really like Ozpin's backstory. I want to get there, though, because it'll be interesting when we get there in the way.
That's when the drama in this video begin.
I don't think we'll have drama, because I don't go with RWBY's good. I go with I like ideas in RWBY, and and they never finish.
I guess maybe
you never get views that way.
I guess maybe the issue is
fuck you.
With his...
How's that? Was that better?
There we go.
Okay.
Right. Look, they're just disappearing. They're just disappearing.
That's why you're my producer, Lion. That's right.
Yeah. No, more angry, more outrageous, more stupid take.
More optimism,
more asbestos.
And I really like that bit and everything. And I know you said the cookies vanished in the art, but again, it's like this is like when RWBY was like basically like I know Rooster Teeth was the company, but it was more or less like a passion project. So I was just like Volume 1 to 3, I was more or less all on board for, and then it was like, even though Volume 1 and 2 were the only ones that were actually kind of casual.
Somewhat passable.
Yeah, well, I mean casual.
Yeah.
A lot of it is obviously like limitation of scope, but you could. This is the problem though. You know when you have like a really limited scope, you can tell a really small story. You know what I mean? Like with how they don't like they're doing this. It's the end of the world, and it's like, oh my god, everyone's involved. We can't afford that, so it's like these 12 guys. You're like, okay.
And I guess this maybe the Ozpin story I have an issue with. It's everything around it, like the world building and all the mechanics involved, and all that shit is all terrible.
I want to get there because I'm going to be interested if I change my mind or thingy, because I'm very much like the fairy tale backstory, not flawlessly, but I think it's really cool. But I want to get there first because I've not watched the show in order for quite a long time.
I mean, she could have said no.
Yeah, well, she wants to go, though. She just doesn't want to stand out.
True. Yeah, true.
Basically, she's like, I don't want to be known as, like, the prodigy. I just want to be a student and then, you know, have fun fighting monsters, because RWBY is like that. And it's like, yeah, it's fair. I remember this weird time as well where they have just, like, the 2D anime moments.
Yeah. The finest civil rights protests. Don't worry, we won't talk about that until like episode like 13 or 14 of this season. No, don't worry about it. We'll get to it eventually. Then we won't talk about it again for a while.
I think the humor in the first 2 volumes actually is pretty good as well. First 3, I mean, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, the humor's great. It's one of my main issues with Ice Queendom is that it gutted a lot of the early humor. And a lot of the jokes.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to cram everything in to, like, get a new kind of worse story.
Well, it was that unfortunate thing, wasn't it, where they only had so many episodes to work with, but, so they had to make an intro so people knew what the fuck the setting was, but at the same time, RWBY's setting is really deep. So they kind of had to make it. Well, they didn't have to, but I think the 3-episode start was like probably the best thing to do. I don't think they did it that great, but I think that was the best option. I think they just weren't given enough time.
I would have just done like the first 4 or 5 episodes and then go on your own different path. And you could have fit those 4 or 5 episodes into like 2, maybe 3.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, that's what they did, didn't they?
No, they crammed like the first 8 or 9. Because they get all the way to the ruin fight, and I think past that as well, which is like 9.
Well, they do all of Volume 1 basically, but they skip a lot of it as well. So they basically
they cut out like
so they basically do pretty much all the way until Weiss decides that she'll give RWBY a chance, you know, after the class.
Yeah, and then
they do that, like, but they basically do all the way to there, like, normally, and then after there, they do, like, a few scenes.
Their own thing.
No, well, because after there, because they do to the end of Volume 1, they just don't show all of it, because it's all from Weiss's perspective, isn't it? So we see Blake leaving, how Weiss goes with
cut out
Yangs, and then we don't see the fight at the docks, because obviously that's nothing to do with Weiss.
Well, they also cut out like the fucking bully shit. They replace it with the weird.
That's what I mean. It's basically
thing.
Apart from RWBY's intro. Well, apart from all their intros, because we have the trailers in that one, which actually was really good, cool moments actually. But it's basically all of Volume 1 from Weiss's perspective because it's her story, and it's pretty passable. Yeah. It's not great, but it's not bad either.
Like I said, I would have just like after episode 8 of Volume 1, go off and do your own thing. Because that's all the introduction, and then like.
I mean, they did. They just kind of said it between Volume 1 and 2.
I mean, like I'm just saying, cut it off there. Don't bother with like cramming in anything else from Volume 1.
I think they had a point of where they actually wanted to set it though, because they want it to be she's establishing Team RWBY, not trusting them. And then also having enough time with all the characters to have an opinion on them, because when they're in her dream land, like minor changes is based on how she sees all the teammates.
Well, yeah, like you could have done that and just kind of like start setting it up from there, and then just not have anything else from Volume 1 in there. That would have just been like made the story a lot more streamlined instead of having to cram everything into 3 episodes. And you kind of rob a lot of characterization by doing that.
I guess. I think but I think for the most part, they wanted to go off Weiss's thing, I don't know how to describe it. Weiss's relationship with RWBY anyway, which is already done in Volume 1, so I don't know why doing it a different way would change anything. And her opinion of Blake from the White Fang, which is, I don't know how you change that, because that reveal is the reveal.
I mean, you could still incorporate it. You just do it like it would just be a different series of events.
Well, why would you do that though? When it's meant to be like
because I just wouldn't even really make it even canon. It would just be an alternate. It would be more of an alternate story, I should say, than it already is.
I guess, but my thing is more like if you can make it fit, which it kind of easily does do. I just don't know why you would bother. It just seems a waste of. That's the kind of thing that pissed me off, because I go, well, I can't watch it now because the show that I like it's not related to, and you're like, but it's good anyway. I'm like, but it's not related to the show I like. It's its own thing.
Well, I mean, because the whole point of like an alternate story is it is alternate. However, like it would like go in like because we're a lot more of a different direction. Really go into like the nightmare realm stuff and like all that, and maybe go more for like a darker take on it.
Well, what's the point? Because it doesn't contradict RWBY. I don't know what.
It's the point is just to do something a lot more different. Like it doesn't have to be canon to the show. It can be its own thing.
But I don't know why you would do that though when you already have the thing. Like at that point, why make it? Why not just do a brand new show, which I wouldn't be against, but like. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it within the parameters of like doing the Volume 1 stuff, but like preferably I would have done it like differently from episode 1. It would have not have been like a soft retelling of Volume 1 with weird events in between the 1 and 2. I wouldn't have done that at all. It would be completely different. I mean, I guess it was a mandate. I would have just gone with the idea of maybe just like a really brief overview. You know, like how this like volume, the actual Volume 1 has Salem doing like a really very basic intro. You know, I'd have done that, but obviously an actual mildly in depth one, but nothing major, just like like 2 minutes long. I don't know why they didn't do that, and then just have it as like Team RWBY. This is Team RWBY out on an adventure or something, and then just start the story from, because obviously like I know they were like, but what if new people are watching this? I'm just like, yeah, it's RWBY.
Then you can still have it be like that, where they start from the beginning and still have new people understand what's going on.
Well, that's what I mean. All you need is the basic intro, and then after that you just have character stuff, and you just sell it. You just show it as like an adventure story, and then like, I know it was like. I know I just said about like, hey, it's how she sees the group, but you could do it in the show where you can still make it clear that she's uncomfortable that RWBY's younger than her, and then Blake's history with the White Fang makes her uncomfortable. You can still do that with different dialogue, and you could actively just say it's set after Volume 1 entirely.
Yes.
But however, if you're using if you're like mandated to, we need people to get up to speed, so we need you to recap people. I think using Volume 1 is fine. I'd have probably made it even more like streamlined though. I think 2 episodes would have been perfectly fine. Could have cut way more out. Because you don't need a lot of the action stuff. You mainly need the character stuff. So you probably do the intros. The intros really probably quicker. The trailers, and
I would just montage.
Well, that's what I mean. I'd show the trailers, for the Red, White, Black, and Yellow. I'd show the RWBY and when she gets picked up by Ozpin very briefly, and then I'd probably show the test, but like you said, I'd probably show that one more as like a montage. You think of just saying how teams RWBY and Juniper aced the entrance for blah blah blah.
Yeah, I would probably have done that. Kind of like, I think it's like a Dark Side of Dimensions does that for the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, because it's been like almost 20 years since the end of this. I bet you don't fucking remember what happened at the end.
Yeah, here's the thing. It only needs to make basic sense. As long as somebody watching it for the first time can follow the plot and not be confused. And you'll be like, well, what if they don't know everything? It's like, right, you can not know everything, and it's not the same as being confused, not knowing everything.
And not knowing everything is an asset to RWBY, because when you know everything, things make less sense.
Also, I really like this joke.
Oh, yeah. It's the reason why I use this clip in my videos all the time.
It's actually kind of funny, though, isn't it, that we've been talking about a lot of other stuff, because there's not that much to talk about in the early volume, because it's all just pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, I'm happy with almost anything. Obviously, there's animation jank, but again, this is when they had fuck all resources. No.
The fucking pause.
Also, there's loads of fucking students here, but then later on, it feels like there's only 4 groups in this year.
Yeah.
We only know what
great saddle parts took a lot of them.
We only know what RWBY in this year. I mean, we've got RWBY, Juniper, and Cardinal, and
yeah,
and look how many there are. I mean, I know we know of a few other groups. Actually, wait, do we? Is it Team Coffee? Is that the only other one we know?
Coffee is their upperclassmen. I think they're second years.
Yeah, they are second year, but I was just going to say there are others we know, but then I was like, hang on, is Team Coffee the only other one we know? I think it is.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
That is really bad. That little running animation.
This is the point as well where there was all this stuff that they kind of forget to do later, don't they? Where no, Yang, you're gay. Anyway, like little stuff about what kind of pajamas they wear, what their favorite drink is, and stuff like that. They just forget to do that later.
Of course they do.
I love them.
They completely forget about RWBY being obsessed with weapons. It just never comes up again.
I love the bit involved.
Yes, it's one of my pet peeves. It's not a flaw, but I hate when shows bring up I like doing this thing, and they never do it, even if the thing they like would be very handy in the situation they're in.
Actually, I believe it's referenced again in, I think, the first Justice League crossover movie of all fucking things.
Oh god, I've not seen that. Don't want to.
The idea is if you have a character who likes making weapons and tools, why don't you just have a bunch of weapons and tools they've made and use? Wouldn't that lead to interesting things happening?
No.
She could have dust. She could have dust grenades.
No.
Yeah. CC could collaborate with Weiss to make like dust
No.
things that do unique things.
No.
Or she
Then
could,
why bring it up? That's my
No.
problem. You brought it up and then don't use it. It's like, this isn't I like oranges. This is I have a very useful skill.
Come on, Asa. You know you want to watch the Justice League crossover movies.
No.
Yeah, come on. You know, do you want to see Batman contemplate staying in Remnant because he feels as if he could actually do good there and completely annihilate his character?
Oh yeah, I love the idea.
Off him and my 17 children or whatever.
Hang on, I love the idea that Batman's like, I can do some great work over here. I have no money on this side.
He goes, I have superpowers here, and it's like, that's not, you're not Batman.
Yeah.
Batman would be like,
Batman loves superpowers, you know.
Yeah, he's like, I would be so much better if I had no money and all superpowers.
Yeah,
no money and free superpowers, but all I have is no superpowers and free money.
Yeah, and then of course, what was it? Like part 2 confirms that Joker and Harley exist. So why the fuck would Batman at all go? Well, fuck Joker and Joker. The longer I'm gone, the more Joker has to plan.
I mean, it only makes sense if it's the comic one where he has like just 5 different Batmans in the Batcave, and he just decides to leave him behind for some reason. It's like, yeah, probably fine.
Well, he hasn't. Well, I mean, like fucking hell, like they don't establish that he exists, but like it's possible Damien is also in here, and that's your fucking son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How that candelabra put the whole hall on?
It's Wi-Fi. It's wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, I actually like adore Nora. Nora's like actually great.
Then she gets replaced by some weird body snatcher.
It's like
a lot of characters go through that.
I just like her one-off moments. It's just like a shame, like with a lot of characters, they have like a characteristic that they'll bring up every so often for them to go, look, it is that person. I'm like, oh yeah, they did do that like 12 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that personality. Where'd it go?
And they tried to make Nora more important, and then it's like, oh, she becomes insufferable, and I want her to die.
I love this is your favorite show.
How the fuck does that work, Ren?
Yeah.
Is your coat is your coat sleeves a bag of holding?
That actually sounds like a fun item.
A sleeve of holding.
Like my trench coat of holding. It was like you like the merchant from.
Oh,
it's an ancient Chinese secret.
Oh, that's amazing, but lying. Can you imagine if you had?
You want some street roll?
Like,
why do you have 50 street rolls up your sleeves?
Can you imagine if you had like a you know, like an overcoat of holding, and the problem is like, yaha! Oh shit! Which sleeves do they put it in? Then you have to like rummage around in each one because each one is its own bit of the, you know.
Yeah, it's got like 6 pockets, and you don't know where it is anytime, but it's always the last one, and you're not sure if that's because of magic or just bad luck.
Yeah.
And it drives you crazy.
Oh, I really want to do that every time.
It's like, it could be a curse and fix it, but I don't know.
Every time you use it, you have to roll a d20 on a nat 1. You go mad.
Yeah, you
rip the code up.
Fucking great. Yeah. You tear a pocket out, you can do that 6 more times.
Oh, here's a cool thing as we thought. I love that one of the things that Pyrrha likes about Sean that coming up is the fact that like he doesn't know her, which is kind of funny, but it makes sense. Like she's like she doesn't hate like Weiss doesn't annoy her here, but she just expects everyone to kind of fawn over her. So the fact that Jean's just like, hey woman, she's like, that's it. And he's like, okay. Weird.
Oh wait, we're about to get this the screenshot of her eyes.
Do I know this? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Bethel needs eyes, yeah. I really like Jean as well. He's like you can tell he was the main character all along.
I don't know.
He has got the main character thing of I use a regular sword and I'm still good.
I used to like him, and now it's like I'm looking back. You're just Miles' self-insert. You're just the writer's self-insert. Go away.
That's what I mean. He's literally just like they want him to be the main character.
Yeah, and it takes time away from the title characters.
Have you heard?
Wastes a lot of time.
Have you heard them saying that they regret that it's called RWBY?
I haven't heard this. No.
Well, they say that they wish they called it like Tales of Remnant or something like that rather than RWBY.
Oh, that sounds worse than RWBY.
Yeah, it sounds make it less interesting.
Well, basically, I mean, I agree that title sucks, but it's basically because it's so that they wouldn't have to focus on RWBY as the team and them just be one of many characters, which is an argument that I don't really get because I don't think you need to. I think you can have lots of time away from your main characters as long as the story is good. It's just
the issue is that it's just and also the problem is like this first season should have mostly revolved around the title characters. John can be in the background doing stuff, but like save all of this shit for like volume 2.
I think volume 1 is mostly fine apart from the Jean stuff. That should not have been anywhere near any of it. It's also just cringe in its own right anyway. You know, his in the fucking jam forest or whatever the fuck that place was called.
The Forever Fall, I believe it's called.
Oh, God. But yeah, so you know.
Welcome, characters and shadow people.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Though, yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what. Though, I wouldn't actually have minded John's story of overcoming stuff if it was actually good. Though it's just kind of boring. It's not even awful. It's just really boring.
There's some like really really shit parts in it that I'll talk about when we.
Oh no, there are. But what I mean is, overall, it's not like it's a god awful thing. It's just like your regular run of the mill bad, which is worse because it's just dull. Also, I do like this of Jean being like, "How do we land?" And he's just like,
Yeah, this is like day 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like day 1, go through the forest, don't die. He's like, shouldn't we do like an introduction week or something? He's like, nope.
No.
I mean, I kind of get it, just given what their job is supposed to be.
Well, here's the thing. Apart from, obviously, if you fake your way in, but you are meant to have already, like, passed, like, other exams to get this far as well, aren't you? So...
Yeah, there are other, like, there are lesser combat schools where you learn the basics. This is, like, high school. Actually, no, it's more like college, really.
Yeah, good. I do like how he still answers him even after the sass. Osmond's kind of funny. No.
I love how those fucking sunglasses just like teleported onto her face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a cleavage of holding, isn't it? So.
Yeah. And then in later seasons, they took her boobs. They put her in lesbian mechanic outfit.
Lesbian mechanic outfit?
Yeah, that's what her Volume 7 outfit is. I don't care what anyone says. And then they gave Blake the bisexual fucking haircut every goddamn time. She looked better with long hair. Also, her Volume 7 outfit is retarded. Like, it has, like, zippers on every part of the outfit.
Also, they forgot these, like, character moments. Like this, like, Yang having fun doing this is, like, great.
And then, yeah.
And the next time we see her, like, well, not the next time, but, like, we see her in Volume 8 when they find the bikes, and it's like, this is the point, you're meant to be in the low mood, you should be excited, and we should be like, man, they're all sad.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And yet she's like, awesome, I found a fucking bike! It's like, god damn it.
Yeah,
also, I love that. Thank you. I remember watching this back in the day with so much promise.
It would have been really funny if that actually happened. She's like kind of claps and just holding her knee, like, oh my, God.
Yeah, they'd land and almost immediately like go and follow. It was like my knees. That would be crawling over to us. Help! Just imagine in that moment he runs into a tree. He's not paying attention.
I do like the "you came back" after Weiss leaves and comes back.
How do they know they made eye contact? Oh no, don't they have like cameras throughout the forest?
They do. I guess though they probably maybe they wouldn't force people though if they you know what I mean. But I guess we don't know. We never see it.
No. Honestly, like it should be one of those things where like the rules of the school should be like very hard and strict.
I do really like this though when she walks away from RWBY, comes across Jean, and then it's like, all right, it could be worse, and then goes back.
Man, you got some nice tits.
It's like don't get me down straight away.
I mean, you could then have her cover.
Boobs. It's like, thanks, Sean. I'm getting you down now. It's like, I didn't mean to say that.
In fact, I don't want to get you down actually.
Aww.
Fair trade, though. I agree.
Like, there's so much character in the early ones.
There is, yeah.
Except for Weiss. Weiss is actually like one of the weird, like she stays pretty good. It's weird.
Well, yeah, but then again, like the plot constantly contrives and convolutes ways to make her look like a fucking retard all the time. After a certain point.
Yeah, but like Weiss herself is a pretty consistent character. Like she's probably one of the best written ones out of the four.
Which, to be fair, is not saying a lot.
It is not, but it is also probably true.
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
Probably Weiss and RWBY are pretty close for like being pretty consistent. Yang and Blake are all over the fucking place.
I mean, I would say RWBY is consistent. I think she'll do stuff that you could argue is wildly out of character. It mainly happens in like volume 6, like the first time it happens, and then
we'll have to get to it again, like when we're actually watching it in order, because I'm like I can't think of it off the top of my head, but you know,
there is one thing that comes off as wildly out of character. So this part it's like. Okay, so it's a quirk of hers that she doesn't like her hair being touched. Yeah. Okay. Is it the part of her power? No, I think it's the last time it comes up.
I mean, it's nothing to do with her power, but I remember back in the day people assumed it was.
Well, yeah, because like her hair glows bright when she activates her semblance. So like the more hair, I always thought the more hair that she has, the more power she can store.
Like Samson.
I really like it.
I
really like it. It's a good basic one to use, but it's just like
it also explains why it's so long while you're fighting. Yeah.
They are not.
It's fucking everywhere.
Consistent with it. Can you remember in Volume 9 where she activates it at the start of a fight before she's been hit, and you're like, "What? You got nothing to knock back, love. You haven't been hit yet."
Exactly.
And in fairness, it's like she activates it and it goes away, and in my head, I'm just like, is she just like showing off and it's not doing anything? Which would be funny, but it's very out of character for her.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I like this.
Just imagining her now before a fight starts, just punch yourself in the face, give yourself a nosebleed, and they're going, "What the fuck? Now I'm powered up." It's like, oh, she's crazy.
You think, honestly, I'm surprised she doesn't do that sometimes, where she'll like slam her head or slam parts of her body against objects just to build up kinetic energy.
Also, just to freak the fuck out of the enemy. It's like,
Jesus. Well, yeah, that too. Like there's. Like that could be a thing.
Like it's like Norris just bring a taser and just tase herself occasionally. He's like, yes, oh my god.
Ironically, yes.
Yes. Why doesn't she have just like literally one to shove in her leg?
Or like lightning dust. Why doesn't she do the Hazel thing of like just stab the lightning dust into her and like give herself a supercharge?
It's very painful to do that with the dust, isn't it? But
it is, but like it would be worth it.
No, but she wouldn't need to. Like, why doesn't she just have like a taser? She can just like tap on against her leg or something to do it.
Or like I don't know, like or at least like activate the lightning dust and like take the full brunt of the shock.
If that was like
was that thing just perched on top of the fucking tree and no one saw it?
Yeah, I was just watching them, just going like, "This is juicy. This drop. What the fuck? That was a tree."
For how big it is, it's like, does he have one leg on it? Because that tree's not big enough.
I do like them, by the way. I think the other main groups, they do a pretty good job of showing how their like dynamics are pretty unique. Like, I think every one of the 4 main pairs are pretty good starting points.
Why would you not know what aura is? I know you never went to fucking combat school or whatever, but this should be something that's just common fucking knowledge given how prevalent huntsmen are.
That's definitely an issue with Werewolf, and they hadn't thought of that yet. I agree. His main issue should be he doesn't know how to activate it, not what it is.
Mm-hmm. And plus, aura just, it is whatever the plot wants it to be, half the time.
Aura's a really cool idea that I just wish they fucking nailed down. And they just never did. They keep changing it every season.
They even change shit like how to know when it's broken. Sometimes it'll like flicker. Sometimes it'll like you'll see a particle effect. Sometimes the particle effect will just be different for the same person.
Oh shit, there's a rare white one. Kill it.
Yeah, kill the albino one.
I do want to wonder why Ren bothers with guns, because they don't do anything ever.
Yeah, like... Which, by the way, this shit right here never used again.
No, exactly what I mean. They don't nail it down. Once again, and then they start with a cool idea.
It would be handy.
Well, again, though, isn't it? They start with a cool idea and then never finish it. It's freaking weird. It's. I do really. Here's the thing. This is the thing I'll keep saying. I think RWBY is really fun and a really interesting, like a really interesting idea, but just no pieces really come together. It's such a shame. But I do have fun with it. Like I do unironically enjoy RWBY, but I also talk shit about it as well.
I mean, again, I think this is also kind of a Monty thing as well, because he was a lead writer and he kind of just would this idea is cool. I'm gonna put it in.
Well, again, you can do that, but the problem is that later on they should stick with it, and they just don't.
Yeah, they have to write it down and say like, okay, remember this.
Well, go back to the religion of One Piece. He does that. Oda has gone, oh, that's cool, I'll do it. The difference is, though, is that he remembers, and that's just part of the story now.
Yeah, he goes like, I've got a neat idea. Does it contradict anything? No. Can I fit it into something that already exists? Yes. I would put it in there.
Someone said, Ren with guns feels like a distraction while he moves in. Possibly. I don't know what he's distracting him with, though. Like, they'd look right at him.
Well, if
he's building up his combo meter.
So that it's a distraction. It's okay, but like, why bother even having like guns and spending money on ammunition and like just have swords then or some shit have like flares in them or whatever.
Kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, especially with his like, I know we haven't got to that point yet, and it's more of a sense of the sun thing. We haven't got there, but in hindsight, we know that Ren's power is masking his emotions, which makes him basically invisible to Grimm. I don't know why he just doesn't assassinate every Grimm, with a slit in their
Rem's weapons feels like the mandate of every hunter needs melee ranged hybrids, even if it doesn't make sense.
Except when they don't.
Yeah, except when they don't, yeah.
Here's the thing, I actually really like them being unique to everyone. Everyone makes their own depending on what they're comfortable with, how they fight. I do actually genuinely really like it, but it's... I just really wish they'd explain a lot of stuff more. Like, I really like Weiss's, like, being a sword, but it's also, like, the revolver where she puts in her dust ammo and shit like that. But then you also have Robin later in Atlas. And I'm not against using arrows, but I just wonder, like, that's going to be way more expensive for way less return.
Yeah, yeah, and, you know, it doesn't help that Robin is mentally retarded.
Robin sucks, yes! Which, again, I don't want to, because I like the idea of the character existing, but my god.
She's awful.
Which is, again, it's a shame, because I do really like the idea of Robin.
Don't worry, folks, we'll get to there eventually.
We'll get there eventually. Don't worry, lads, we'll get them next time.
I do like how it's like they need to go to the forest. They need to go get these chess pieces. The chess pieces are going to totally be here, not get like stolen by birds or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe
does the one on the floor count? I think it fell off.
No, that's been taken by a bird that is now part of Team Bub.
Yeah, the bird comes back as like, you are now part of this team. I was like, why do we get 3 birds on my teams? They got the things. Then at the end is like, he's actually trained the birds really well and he's actually very effective. It's like, how is this so bad? These crows are badass.
I love that. How about a cute little pony? Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Like, yeah. And then everyone else is just a retard.
Oh, actually, I love this. That's the relic. Because in a set we go, it's not the relic. It's not. Bearer, it's not the relic. Yeah, you're right. Volume 1 to 3 of RWBY is definitely the peak of the animation choreography. There's only like... Actually, Jake, I'm curious. What fights do you think are like actually good later? Like, there's loads that I actually do enjoy, but there's very few that are actually good. After Volume 3.
Crow versus Tyrion is pretty good.
In Volume 4, yeah.
Yeah, Cinder versus Raven's passable.
I mean, it looks cool, but there's not much substance to it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my take. If you just... that's... You know,
I know. I do agree with that.
I really like. I mean, obviously the Ironwood versus Watts is like is fantastic.
That one's actually like really good. Volume 9 doesn't really have that many great ones.
I mean, like the ending was kind of fun, but I don't know if I'd really count many of them because they're all pretty just like set PC, aren't they? In that one.
Yeah, like people really praise like the chess fight, which like
I like
from a choreography standpoint, that's fine. But
I like
everything around it is retarded.
Well, I like the chess fight, but there's not really much going on that's particularly memorable about it, other than it just being kind of bopping and fun. I'm thinking that when I say fights, I kind of mean like with like main characters. You know what I mean? Like RWBY versus Grimm. I'm just like, yeah. It's fun, but I wouldn't really have much to say about it. But alright, so what fights are there in Volume? Like you said, Volume 4, we had the Team RWBY and Crow versus Tyrion. That one's pretty geared.
5 doesn't really have.
I was just thinking, Volume 5 doesn't really have any, does it? That are good. Like as far as like
Cinder versus Raven's the only one that's even halfway passable.
There's like little bits of fights in Volume 5 I like. I really like it when Ozpin starts fighting Hazel by himself and gives him loads of little taps with his stick, but again, it's just like it's like 4 seconds of the animation, not like the fight.
Volume 6.
I love Nora. Nora.
Volume 8.
Volume 6. I mixed. It's like the fight against Adam has some really cool moments, but it doesn't come together that great.
No, like, yeah, like
it's definitely it's definitely okay. but it's not great.
I don't think it's particularly good because like I'm also trying to think of like the connecting tissue and the stuff that happens within it. Like you can have a lot of flashy moves and stuff, but like if you really break it down, the fight is really bad.
The fight's kind of nothing, and then when they both get involved, I remember it being pretty passable, but we'll get there because I've only watched it once. Volume 7 has some pretty.
It has Arthur versus James, and that's about it.
Yeah. Wait, was there one other one that I liked? I liked the fight with Tyrion in that one, the first side when they're in the alley. I like that one. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, but it also has like one of the biggest character assassinations next to James, which was Crow teaming up with Tyrion.
No, not that side of it. When they're in the alley.
I know. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I'm just.
Well, they are. But they are definitely. I think. They are definitely two different fights, though, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Volume 8 has none. I will say this, it has no good ones.
I'm trying to think of the fights.
There's Cinder versus Team RWBY, which is bad. James versus Winter, which is bad.
The Aesop's versus Penny was okay, because they actually remembered they could combo, but it wasn't really much to it.
There is Cinder versus Penny, which was bad. Hazel versus Salem, which was really bad. Then Volume 9 didn't really have any great ones.
Oh no, you did miss one fight that was terrible.
Oh, what fight did I miss?
Winter versus James, that was amazing.
No. I mentioned that one.
Oh, did you? Oh, I thought I would have registered it more because of his fucking due process, fucking autism canon.
Fucking BFG, which is just retarded.
I wouldn't mind that as say if he had like an attachment on his back as like a backpack, he puts his guns into transformer and then you could do it as like one-off hits. But they just make it so his guns are worse because
it needs to charge up.
It's just stuck with it, yeah. It's just a transforming thing. Why don't they transform in this show?
Honestly, I think it was a breath of fresh air that some guy just like, no, this is gun.
Everything after Volume 3...
Sorry,
Jake, everything after Volume 3 doesn't compare. Monty had every movement be intentional, and that's what made it great, even to the point where every small movement Glenda makes feels important. I agree. It's why one of the few ones I will point out is Ironwood versus Watts is actually surprisingly good and in depth. There's a lot of purpose to pretty much everything they do in that fight. It's surprising. It is the only one though.
Yeah, and it uses the environment incredibly well, but also it's also like the choreography itself is dirt simple.
Well, that's what I mean. It's a simple fight, so yeah. I guess it isn't as flashy. So yeah, but what I mean is like every impact that actually is an impact feels like a solid hit. The fact that they're very different fighting styles is pretty interesting. I actually think it's fucking insanely good how if you actually watch that fight really like scene by scene, because I've watched that one a lot. You'll see him put each of his pistols into each revolver and switching them appropriately. It's actually weird how much effort they put into it. I'm not upset about it. It's just, but you know what I mean. It just is a bit weird.
Well, the fact that they managed to do something like that and make it really good, and then subsequently make everything else incredibly shit, is like baffling.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's so where they put them time and effort was weird for RWBY because they had weird schedules, didn't they?
Which, by the way, if you saw Pyrrha use her gun, that's like one of the only times she remembers that she has a gun. See, look, she has a gun, and then I think like in Volume 3, she forgets that she has a gun. Instead of she's just like,
by the way,
I'm gonna throw my.
I adore this. Nora's amazing for this. Get across the chasm. Whee! Absolute cinema.
Then later she could just flat out use it to fly, which is stupid.
Oh yeah, I actually really liked her jetting around a bit, like kind of RWBY's like philosophy then. But then when she like sits on it and goes wee, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I need to get a drink. My throat's fucking raw.
Yeah, I didn't hear it yet.
Oh, here we go. The best fight in the series. Fight. Don't at me.
It's pretty iconic.
One of the best. Yeah.
I think this is just the showcase of what like the Grim fight should have been like.
Yeah. And also, one of the mistakes is making Grim complete fodder, except when they can't be because the plot says so.
Yeah, it just makes it a bit weird. Like it's a shame because when they're cool, they are like the apathy were great.
I like the idea of the apathy.
That's what I mean. It's a fantastic concept. Doesn't obviously lend much to fights, but it's a cool background baddie.
Yes.
But like that's what I mean. Like the Grim can be so cool, but they're often usually just bleh.
Also, the fact it's like the spear will penetrate it, but this grenades will do nothing.
Yeah.
The bullets and the grenades will do nothing, but like the stinger just falling from onto it will pierce it. Fucking bitch superhero posing, and he's just.
Yeah, this is a solid opening. It kind of shows where everyone is in like relative to each other. Like obviously, Pierre is like one of the best fighters and shit like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it does it without like being overt. Like you can a lot of stuff in hindsight is like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I also don't believe it couldn't break this ice. I'm sorry.
Well,
should have frozen more of its body than just its
I was going to
tail.
say, my main thing is that it's its tail feathers, not like actually part of its...
Yeah, like you can just rip them off. Because remember, it can shoot its feathers out like weapons. So like,
oh, yeah,
should be able to detach them.
Also, Tom just said, like, yeah, the music's phenomenal for this, for this fight. You know, because they actually got, like, yeah, they got the music to, like, sync up with the fights or the other way around, you know what I mean? But, that was another one. Can you remember in Volume 8, the Ironwood versus Team Juniper and Winter and that? Cause
yeah, I remember that
can
abortion,
Can you remember what music they use?
No.
It's Be Strong and Hit Stuff. It's Nora's song.
That's retarded.
I know, like, it doesn't fit at all. I think what it was is they had her song, and they hadn't actually used it in the show yet, so they wanted to, but that's not a good reason to.
I also can't wait till we get to the retcon of how RWBY Semblance is. Remember, she turns herself into a mask, and she doesn't have any mask when she's using her semblance.
I'm not against it, but again, it contradicts shit we saw earlier, where she actually could
gain
momentum.
That's the problem with it. That's the problem.
If we literally only ever saw the speed part without it interacting with the world around it, it would be fine. But we did see that.
Yeah.
Oh, the fact the show tried to claim RWBY was uncoordinated without her weapon is simply criminal. Yeah, that always confused the fuck out of me when they were like...
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it isn't standard for everyone to learn hand-to-hand combat. That should just be
bog
standard.
Well, here's the thing. I get them saying that she should get better at it, but yeah, they act like she literally can't. Like,
or better yet, why not make a sidearm? Why do you not have a sidearm? You're the weapons nut. You know weapons like really well. Make a sidearm for yourself.
Yeah, but
two.
Yeah, but have you considered she uses a scythe?
So like you could have it be like two two pistols that turn into like commas, right? Like the sickles, you know?
Yeah, but
it's like you can still keep that aesthetic, but it's like
yeah, but no.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, that's the end of part 1.
Also, yeah. Also, it's like the naming convention is like it's a good thing they had names you could kind of make words out of. If 3 of them had a D at the start of the name, then they'd be like, "Your team name is Jew."
Well, yeah, and it's a good thing they all form into a color.
We might as well do. We might as well do all of Volume 1, right? Because it's not that long.
It's like
with P. I guess your team is.
We've got another.
What
is that?
What it's like it's like 1P 3 E's. It's like your team name is P.
Do you know something, by the way, that we just saw there that I do like? I like that his board actually has things like there's a bit where it says cops and another bit where it says dumb cops.
Yeah,
like the implication being like these ones are real police. These ones are like we can corrupt these guys. These ones are just retarded.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's time for the badge of bird.
Oh, it's the school bit of the arc, which is like one of the worst bits.
Even though it should probably be some of the best.
Isn't it like the next day?
Yeah. Why would they not like have at least like maybe like a couple days to like acclimate to the school setting?
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like day 1, fight the Grim. They go into a team. Day 2, you get to go to school.
Mm-hmm. It's time for a montage of decoration.
Also, I like that what we see there later, that she uses her scythe to cut the curtain and then they just stitch it back together.
Like, Blake's gay, guys.
But guy, have you seen that? Like, they just stitch it back together.
Yeah, then why?
Like, why did you do that?
But you still have room though.
No.
You still have room.
I think it's wild in my brain that the one that's stuck on the books, looks way more dangerous than Ruby's one. That's gonna fall over immediately with just the books holding it up.
Yes. That only took an hour.
Also, I do like that those guys just all stacked up, like actually as a stack.
What was their excuse?
Best opening.
You see, you can tell it's like another part of my editing because we got another opening.
Yeah. Oh, Gray Haddock. Yeah, he's gone from the project.
Who?
Roman's voice actor.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't know that was what he did, but I knew that it wasn't the same guy in Volume 9.
No.
It was a pretty good imitation, but it definitely wasn't him.
True. Oh, Bernie Burns. It's like, oh, hey, Bernie Burns. Remember Bernie when he was part of Rooster Teeth? Then he got his Tesla and didn't care anymore.
Oh, what are they going to do with Ty if he comes back in Volume 10 or 11 or whatnot?
I don't know, but like if they make the Volume 9 epilogue canon, it's going to do so much fucking damage.
I don't think they are. I think they've already said that they've rewritten it. But that doesn't mean they've changed much. So
yeah, because like Raven just helps Team RWBY get there. She's just on Team Save the World now.
Oh no, Raven's there because of the RWBY Beyond chick. That is canon. If you
no, I'm talking about In Vacuo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gay.
Yeah, did you ever see that?
I watched the unfinished epilogue.
There's the RWBY Beyond, which were like 4 mini episodes, and they were all set like.
No, I didn't watch RWBY Beyond because my standards are low, but they're not that low.
Well, let me just tell you very briefly.
Okay.
So the first one's set during Volume 9, and it's basically Sun and Neptune doing their cringe RWBY Chibi detective thing.
Yeah.
And they're basically like, where is Team RWBY and Jean? And obviously they don't get anywhere. But that one ends with showing that Raven's there. And so is the Summer Maiden, but obviously she got hooded. The second one is the adventures of Somewhat, in the Ever After.
Oh, can we just not be in the Ever After ever fucking again?
Well, it's fine. Here's the thing, Jacob. It's fine, but I was about to say it doesn't amount to anything, but it ends with another one of the portal doors appearing and someone coming through it and Somewhat going, I didn't think you'd be back, and then it ends.
Oh my god, no, can we just not have can the Ever After just never be a thing ever again? That place is fucking stupid.
My favourite one is actually where Jean is talking to Oscar about his time as the Rusted Knight and about how he doesn't feel like he fits in anywhere. That's actually really good. Like, genuinely, probably some of the best writing. Again, but it's not actually in the show, it's in Beyond.
Yeah, which... Yeah, and it's like, that's cool. I mean, are they actually gonna...
Bryn. Well, I mean, Bryn. Could be in the spare room. You could not, sorry, the dogs were going.
Oh well, couldn't be avoided.
The dogs were going spare. So anyway, I really like the Jean one with him at the Rusted Knight. So that one has a thing, and then you also have bits of Oscar talking about him being in fairy tales, like him and Ozpin are really close to being one. There's actually good stuff in there. And then the last one though is basically RWBY and Yang hanging out, and it's like them trying to say their relationship's really strong now, and it's like
it would never. No, it's not. It never was. No, stop lying to me.
Yeah, it's a bit it's fine, but again, it's that thing where they didn't earn it. It's just aren't they friends and sisters again? I'm like, I guess.
No, I mean, again, literally, she's literally after RWBY self-terminates herself, everyone's just we need to accept that we messed up and destroyed an entire nation and its invaluable resources, and now we've made another nation objectively worse because the population is too big. We made mistakes. We're gonna accept. Let's all group hug. It's like, one of your friends has just fucking died. Why the fuck are you not you're all fucking terrible people.
So anyway, so there's two of them that one's actually good, one's okay, and the other two are
Well, the thing is with the Jean one, do you think they're actually gonna keep with it?
I doubt it, but I really hope that they do, because you've done it now. You need to really go with Jean's an old man trapped in a kid's body kind of thing.
You really do, because it would be the only thing of any consequence that happened in Volume 9, because remember, everything else doesn't fucking matter. That season for the most part didn't really matter.
Yeah, it really didn't. It's one character's there forever and the other one's no longer depressed. That's basically what happened.
I'm really mixed on the Ever After. The stuff I really like and stuff I really don't like. I'm trying to think though. I genuinely don't think you did need it really at all.
You didn't, because the thing is, RWBY went from thinking she was good enough to not thinking she was good enough, to thinking she was good enough, even though the story demonstrated that she wasn't, because she gave up. She drank the tea. She let the pressure of the job get to her. She let her own depression and trauma completely take over. She decided that she did not want to live. She gave up.
I like that, but it's just again it's once again with stuff about how we get a lot of setup and no payoff. Like I really like the idea of it, but it's like, but it's just like resolved now, and it's like no, it shouldn't be though.
But the issue isn't necessarily she comes back as herself. It's that oh, maybe I am good enough. But you're not. The story literally showed us that you're not. You couldn't handle the pressure of the fucking job, of the fucking role you took onto yourself. It's because it's not. I can never truly know if I am good enough if I don't try as myself. It's not. It rather than acknowledging actually I was good enough all along. It's I don't know if I am, but I'll never know unless I try. Yeah. That would have been much better.
I was gonna say maybe because I was just literally about to say. Maybe it should have been more about not whether or not you're good enough, but it's just that the willingness to try or whatnot, rather than yes, you are Super RWBY.
Yeah, that's the problem, because the story literally showed us no, she gave up. It's kind of harsh to say that, sure.
No, but I agree. It's which is fine, yeah. But then again, but then your story should, your moral shouldn't be that you always have to win. It's it's the you pivot it, don't you, to the don't give up. Don't.
Yeah.
Rather than
don't give up.
Rather than
did give up.
Yeah, rather than be the strongest, it's just no, keep moving forward. And it's it's fine to acknowledge that that you've let life get to you, but you're coming back and stuff. But they're no, you were always strong enough, and it's I mean, she wasn't, because that's literally why she's here. That was the point of this arc, is meant to be her working through her problems. But you've just been no, she's always been okay. You're is that including the suicide bit, or you're maybe.
And also, there's kind of an unintended theme of suicide is badass.
Well, I mean, I trust Frank, so yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a trustworthy man.
RWBY gets RWBY comes to her the realist. And also the fact that Neo gets a second chance is fucking abhorrent. I think that's genuinely abominable.
By the way, just to go back, we said about stuff. I love how do you have your coffee? Cream and 5 sugars. But actually kind of adorable. Neo's a cat. Yeah, they pushed Neo's stuff too far. I think they made him into a weird supervillain that also didn't really do that much. And
she gets.
I'm not even against Neo not being punished, but the fact they do it as a weird redemption is off to me.
I think she the story, everything in the story she should have been punished because she's a terrible person.
No, she is. But what I mean is, not every you don't need to always end with them winning or losing in that. But they do the thing where she bows out and leaves and is part of the tree. It should have just been she left in the background, and then they're where's Neo gone? And they're well, hopefully she won't see her again, even if they will. But rather than it being this, oh, we now understand each other, and it's no, you don't.
Honestly, what it should have been is if Yang should have said, if we ever see her again, I'll kill her myself.
Yeah, but yeah, it really feels it should have just been Neo's just gone off to find a reason to live. But why the fuck would that mean she'd want an exit? You know what I mean?
Oh boy, time for the worst part of the season. Are we ready for the worst part of the season?
No! Well, no, we're actually going to be talking about this episode and why it sucks, not future episodes.
I know.
Damn it. The future's here now.
It's so scary! Here's the thing, this isn't actually a criticism, but I do find it funny how they've got an app for their aura.
Yeah, it's it's a measurable aspect of the world.
There's no reason it couldn't be, I just find it amusing.
By the way, I think from his performance and terrible combat abilities, they should have just went honestly, they should have kicked him out. It's yeah, no, we can't have you here. You suck too much.
It should have been going, how did he get in here? These stats are terrible.
Well, yeah, because you can't sell Ursa skin rugs because the skin will just vaporize.
Nora and
That's
Ren,
the con. That's the greatest con of all.
Nora and Ren in the first like 2 volumes is like amazing, and then they just sort of got Ren talking more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against Ren having more of a character, but that doesn't mean he needed to actually talk more.
Hey, look, one of the only instances of racism in this show.
What do you mean? They say racism is a thing a lot. That's it though, but they do say it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this bullying arc.
It's so stupid.
Also, why does Carden look like such a fucking faggot?
I don't know. He just does.
He's not that big.
He's like the least threatening bully ever. I feel like I could kick his ass.
Is that his locker?
Yes.
Like Carden would know it, so I guess it's.
How did he get outside?
Locker. They're meant to get. They're meant to go.
Is there a hole in the roof? How to get there?
like.
I love honestly, that. We'll break his legs.
I am surprised Nora or even fucking Pyrrha just don't go like, we're gonna jump him in the street later, right?
Well, I get why Pyrrha wouldn't, because like she'd be like, I want to encourage Jean or ask for help. I wouldn't be surprised if Nora just hit one straight away.
Where was Coco in this, by the way?
I wonder if that at this point, because I don't know if we hear from them again, do we, in this season? I'm wondering if at this point they would, Velvet was like a first year in their mind until next season.
Yeah, which, it's just like, okay, where's Coco in this? Why didn't Velvet just kick him in the nuts? She's actually quite competent.
Yeah, I think I get the feeling that's what it was meant to be. I think in this, when they first made it, she was just another one of the first year students. So then next season they were like, oh no, we want her to be a badass, which is just like a shame, but it is, because Velvet is cool though. So, man, why are there so many like shadows in this? This place is scary.
Yes.
Now there's Oobleck.
I like Oobleck. Although he's not really based off a fairy tale though.
Well, no, there's Oobleck, which is a Dr. Seuss novel.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
Hey, apparently Adam's name is based off of the Hebrew word for fucking red, so But he's also the Beast.
Yeah, he's the Beast. Yeah, I knew that one. Do you know the ones for Juniper?
Joan of Arc, Mulan, Achilles. The only one for Nora I can think of is Thor.
It is. It's just they're all gender swapped, which I think is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like it's all of them. It's not like they've favoured one over the other. They've just What other teachers have we got? Oh, I can't remember his name, but the teacher from the last lesson we had? With the axe blunderbuss that sucks.
Yeah, Professor Port, yeah.
Yeah, he's based off the boy who cried wolf. The, telling tall tales. Is there anyone else?
That's also one thing about faunist racism they kind of fucked up. Faunists just have certain faunists have objectively they're just kind of objectively better than normal humans in certain ways. Like they have physical adaptations that would just make them more competent in a fight.
Yeah, we see this a lot. It's meant to be that whole thing about people banded together even against someone stronger than them, to oppress them. It's possible.
Yeah, but I think the racism shouldn't be they're different therefore bad. It's well, no, they have all of these advantages over us, and it's an understandable but not necessarily well-founded discrimination, but there is more meat and substance to it. It'd be like if Neanderthals were alive today. like our view of racism would be drastically different.
Yeah,
it'd be on a species line, not on like a superficial line.
Do you know obviously what Cardin Winchester's origin is?
Gaston?
No, it's the Cardinal of Winchester, which is the one that arrested Joan of Arc, like in real life.
Oh.
That one makes sense, but it's a bit less fun. Okay, I forgot about that joke.
No, suicide's badass.
I'm gonna push you off the roof.
This will teach your bones how to survive. What? Like this.
Exactly.
Oh no, he's dead now.
Right, we're gonna test the strength of your aura.
The aura one's a shame because again, I love the idea, but it's so fucking inconsistent.
Very much so. They can't even decide if it's active or passive.
Actively passive. Not passively active.
It's passively acting out, and that's why.
Isn't that what passive aggressivism is?
Which, you know, I would imagine that the people running the school would have a greater vetting process in case that shit ever fucking happened.
I'm not against it because it's set up. It's just like this ends up not really ever mattering.
Not only does it not matter, it's just like also it's implied Ozpin knows. Which, by the way, if Ozpin does know, he should go get the fuck out of my school. We don't have time to have you start from 0. You're supposed to be starting from 5, and we're gonna make your way up. We're gonna work your way up to 10.
Do you know what would have been an interesting idea? I'm not saying you'd have to do this, but it would have been interesting if the reason that Ozpin let him in is because Jean was going to be the next him or something.
Yeah, he was like preparing him to be the next him.
Yeah, he saw the picture and was like, "That's a good body." You're in.
He saw him, got the mental connection, and went, "Oh no!
Wow, how totally."
I live on the side of this building, John.
You have caught me at my night climb.
Yeah, you know, it's like
my night climb.
My night climb, and it's. It'd be really funny if, like, it would actually kind of be a nice little subversion if Jean just absolutely lost it here, and like pushed Cardin off the roof.
I mean, that would be pretty wild.
Yeah, they would go in a different direction this series. Yeah,
yeah, they would go a different direction, or at the very least, like he would like back suplex him on the fucking thing, and then just start beating the shit out of him. Now, granted. Like, Cardin would probably, like, you know, push him off, but, like, just show some fucking backbone, you bitch. You know, Pierre, you don't have to be such a bitch about it.
I actually do like Jean and Ruby's relationship being very just like they're friends because they both very much feel out of their depth for different reasons, obviously, but it's a good starting point.
Nothing is done with
literally, I was going to say, once again, it's a good setup. And after Volume 1, they're just kind of both in the same area.
Like, if we're all well aware of the potential man meme, right? Now the potential show meme is RWBY.
You're in the supporting cast.
You're the main character now, Sean.
Anyway. Oh shit, he's in 240p!
Oh my god.
Make sure they're juicy. What? Why?
Oh, this bullying's weird. Please bully me normally.
This location always confused me. Like, what does them coming here, like, help with their training for?
I don't know. They're gonna collect sap.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, if they explain to doing medicine, that like you have to learn how to make medicine when you're out in the field, because you'll be injured real quick.
Because you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah. Instead, I think it was collecting sap to make maple syrup. Like, sometimes you don't get money as a hunter, so you have to improvise. This is my method.
Here,
it's a bonus if you can get cheap labor to do it. What miss? Just get the sap.
Here, why don't you just go up to Cardin and say, you know, if you don't leave him alone, I'm going to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Because she doesn't know that he knows.
Well, because she wants him to do it himself, doesn't she? Or at least ask for help.
Yeah, but at some point, you just gotta go, alright, you know what, this is fucking terrible. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of this faggot.
Yeah, but that's what she believes. That's why she keeps trying to push John to ask for help.
I mean, she did say that she would break his legs.
Yeah, she did. But she'd do that if he asked.
I don't know, I just think that is kind of that is a weird writing-tism. At some point, a person should just go like, alright, you know what, no, I'm gonna go beat the piss out of him.
I mean, you can think that, but, like, it's not actually a flaw, like, for them to have that mindset.
I mean, it is self-detrimental to the cohesion of your team.
Yeah, it is. He got the W box. Good boy, Sean.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna put a W on his box so we know that's what.
No, you have to grab the W box. The W is for Wombas.
It really is. I'm gonna put H in this box so we all know there's hornets in it. Okay.
Yeah, the W box for hornets.
What are you doing? I'm trying to smoke these hornets out, but to keep going up the pipe.
Fucking magical. It'd been funny if he missed. Like no meme actually would have been funny if he'd missed, just to show that he still sucked.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, my ribs.
Just my bones and organs.
And organs.
Here's the thing, I don't get what he thinks is happening. You know, now that Cardin's obviously gonna tell them that he's a whatever, you know, like he faked to get in. Why wouldn't Jean be like, fair enough, but he beat the shit out of me for no reason. They kicked Cardin out as well.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised Cardin hasn't been kicked out already. Like, they...
That's what I mean, it feels... Yeah. These very much feel like the vibe, like you said, like college, not school. And yet, we have this fucking... playground
also like what type of school this is like you're bullying other hunters. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get out. You're training to hunt monsters. We don't need shitheads like you hurting hunters.
Join the police if you want to do that.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just so kind of like cringe, isn't it? This mini arc.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, Cardin's super pathetic and scared. It's like, I mean, like, wouldn't it be better if he was a bully and like he is obviously talented, but he's just actually like fending off the Ursa. He's actually doing an okay job, but he's like obviously not strong enough.
By the way, can you remember what Cardin's weapon's called?
Retard stick.
It's called the Executioner, which is badass for a fucking retarded weapon.
Yeah,
it's a mace.
But he can execute people with it.
I technically you could, but it'd be very messy.
He can also be used to execute melons.
Yeah. Like I'm in the splash zone of the execution.
And for those of you in the first 5 rows, you will get wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, John! You must level up.
I am. Yeah, my MP is low.
Quick, Piri, use the Schwartz. Oh my god. He did it!
Oh, this is the first time that the word semblance was ever dropped.
Sorry, I love that you can control poles from RWBY.
Yeah. It would actually be funny if, like, oh, you pose. No, so you can do this. No, actually, she was right. I can only control pose. It's like, oh. Yeah.
Which would be funny because, like, well, trees are kind of pole-shaped.
Lucky for me, the definition of pole, universal-wise, is very vague.
I swear to God,
I'll kill you. I'll cut your head off. I'll cut your head off and drink from your neck like a fountain.
Oh God!
That's a pleasure for both of us.
And then I'll use your eye socket as a flashlight.
Stop talking.
No, he just starts saying all the most heinous shit, getting it all out of his system.
It's like they kicking me out because they think I'm crazy.
But I'm not crazy.
I'll fucking kill
Those kids. Yeah, but I'm not crazy. Those kids wanted to. Well, wait a minute. Like.
Yeah, maybe I am. I really need to go to that place upstate.
Well, then I don't fucking want them.
You're like, wait.
Throw them in the trash. I don't like.
Well, I guess it depends on how Ren makes his pancakes. Does he make them like how you should, in the fact that you make them so you don't have to need where they don't need syrup to be good, or does he make them like how everyone does, and how they're only edible if you have syrup? Because you shouldn't need syrup to make them edible.
Sorry, I just like the way you like. Does he make them like everyone, or does he make them right and like the universe? The people are incorrect.
No, the right way to make a pancake or a waffle is that they don't need syrup. You can eat it without syrup, and it would still be good. If it needs syrup, it's not a great waffle.
Honestly, that might be on food in general. It's like, if the food is good, you should be able to eat it.
I feel we've got some wise words that we should add to our dictionary.
Well, I mean, yes. it's like with steak.
Edible
right?
food is good.
Oh shit, guys!
Yeah, steak on its own should be good enough without like steak sauce.
Guys, we've got to the plot.
There's a plot in this?
Yeah, I know, right? In the last 20 minutes
there has been a plot. They've just been individual plots that aren't really connected very well.
There have been plots. They haven't been connected though.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been happening.
No. There just hasn't been an overall like season connecting plot.
I like this. We're getting. I also like this that they're starting to get a bit more friendly with each other. Like I said, the start for the first couple of volumes, they do actually do the what do you call it? The bonding, right? You know, where it's gradual. I love these voices for these two as well.
Fuck! Why wouldn't they just also take the fucking money?
It would look like suspicious, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, first off, like, it's Roman. Of course he would take the fucking money. It's out of character for him to not take the money.
Yeah, and also it is weird. It's like, all they took was the important stuff you can make explosives out of. I wonder what they're up to.
Yeah.
They got all these materials to build a nuclear bomb. What's their next step?
Probably meth dealers. I mean, they mostly do it.
Well, I was going to say that implication was, hey, even if that's most of them, there's like 1 in every 1,000 that might say thank you.
I'm sure one of them's okay, Weiss. Come on.
Like, there's one somewhere in the north.
So
we haven't met one because it's nearly impossible, but it could happen.
It is really weird how they're trying to make her like be all racist and hate all Faunus when the context to all of these conversations is that she just hates the White Fang and not all Faunus.
Well, I think a lot of this is where they would, because it just actually how she's speaking feels quite natural, but obviously it gets under Blake's skin.
Well, yeah, because it sounds like she's only talking about the White Fang. Because to me, I never got the impression she was racist, that she was just a socially unconscious grandma.
No, I don't think she is. I think it's meant to be that she's talking about the White Fang in general, and then obviously as Blake used to be in it, I think it's just the clash, which I think is fine.
Well, no, because the general consensus from the fandom is that Weiss was racist here. But then again, the RWBY fandom's retarded, so...
Well, I think she's messed up. I don't think she's meant to be racist. I think she is meant to be, though, like, out of touch and slightly intolerant, but not racist. But, like, she's like that with everyone to a degree, because she has been... I know she's had, like, a lonely childhood, but she's also been privileged for not needing anything as well, so she's in this kind of interesting backstory. Like I said, Weiss has probably got the best, like, backstory to go off for, like, interesting stuff happening.
And then it's... Probably the funniest backstory that kind of clashes with a lot of stuff is Blake was basically Weiss in terms of social status.
Oh yeah.
She's the daughter of the president of Fairy Island.
I love Penny. Man, what a shame.
Yeah, she died. They brought her back, and then she died immediately. Again. Yeah, and then to the point where they made death a plot hole. God, I can't wait to talk about that.
Hooray.
Faunus riffraff.
Sorry, I love that. I'm really sorry. I didn't think you'd hear. No, I'm sorry I said it. Like, I'm sorry you overheard me. I'll be quieter next time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you heard my casual racism.
And then she's like, not you, dumbass, you.
Sensational. I love her, like, the sensational salutations. I think she's great.
But so is Penny. But he literally is.
No, but that's what I mean.
People can be rapscallions.
But that's what I mean. Weiss has no like kind of empathy because she's just like very pragmatic. And again, it's a clash of personalities, not that either one's bad or good or whatever. You know what I mean? It's probably the best infighting they have in this group does. That actually doesn't feel contrived.
I think yeah.
Like, they're both wrong for different reasons. Like, neither one's actually talking sense. Weiss is just talking more sense because she's talking about Sun, but she's using, obviously, very dodgy language that's upsetting Blake. Not in the cosmic sense. I mean, her teammates obviously getting very annoyed by it, and she should probably just realise, oh, I should probably just, like, tone it down a bit. She obviously doesn't, and it's a really good point of contention. You know how most of these series get worse as they go on, and they shouldn't, but that's like the trend now.
Yeah.
Lion, did From get better, worse, or just continued?
It is a thing, yeah.
I'm a victim.
I'm a victim.
That's what I mean. I like this scene because it very much clarifies it's not racism. It's purely like she knows the white fangs suck, but obviously that's her only what do you call it?
Frame of reference.
Yeah, for Faunus. So yeah, so she's not actively against Faunus, but it's just like when the white fang turn up, it's just she associates them with each other. So it's very much like just that kind of subconscious. I hate the white fang, and then that just becomes bloody Faunus, and it's like this is where the racism can begin. Wise, no, you must fight the racism and actively fight someone else with a sword.
Give in to the racism. Let the burning crosses flow through you.
I mean, here's the thing. I sound like I'm kind of repeating myself a lot because I am, but it's like, I generally do think it's one of the best, like,
why we killed all those children.
It's like we killed them all. It was what we needed. It's just like the most natural infighting because lots of stuff. Like, remember in Volume 8 where we have Yang being like, RWBY, we followed you and things haven't been going great, even though the things that fucked up the most was because Yang did her own thing.
Yeah. Then again, the RWBY's lying didn't help things either.
It didn't, but like the main thing was like them telling of Robin. Like that was the biggest
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was actually like a betrayal. Them not telling Ironwood. I mean, it sucked, but it wasn't an active betrayal. Telling Robin was.
Oh yeah, telling Robin was, and there was also the fact that like in Volume 5, Yang's like, we're not gonna lie anymore, and then RWBY tells lie. Yang is okay with the lie.
Here's the thing. With how they weren't sure if they could trust him and stuff like that, I'm not against it, but again, you need more time for them to have those discussions with each other about it. But they just gloss over it.
They don't talk. Well, yeah, they gloss over. They don't talk about it, and then James proceeds to demonstrate he is trustworthy.
That's what I mean. It's just that a lot of it is. I'm not sure how much is pacing, is how much is what. I don't know, but it's just like good idea, good setup, no payoff. Oh,
I mean, it's just bad writing all around.
Yeah, I think they're really good ideas, mans, but like they don't plan anything at all.
Well, no, it's also ultimately RWBY has proven right that she lied.
They do a lot.
It's like lying was the right thing to do.
They do a lot of retroactive change, don't they? As well, like this volume had the complaint of this happening, so next volume they overcorrect.
Because it's a very they write retroactively. They don't bother to like go, all right, this is their story, let's plan things out. They go, this is a criticism. All right, we'll completely fucking change it instead of like going, oh yeah, no, this is a dumb idea. We're just gonna drop it.
Wasn't it like they were saying like that? I don't know if this is true or a leak, but wasn't it like they were very concerned that at the end of Volume 7, the fan base weren't against Ironwood, so that's why in Volume 8 they made him cartoonishly evil.
Yeah, that was the concern. It's like they saw that people really, really liked James, and instead of going, oh fuck, maybe we can kind of salvage this and show things from his perspective and add more nuance. It's like, no. Genocide General, which was the term that I think Eddie Revis used on his Twitter. That's
what I mean. It's like, because Ironwood in Volume 7 is a really cool, like, descent into, like, where he's going to, and then Volume 8 is like, I have a bomb. And you're like, what the fuck?
I have a bomb. Anyways, like, while Team RWBY was sitting on their asses doing fuck, or at least Ruby's section was doing fuck and all, drinking tea, like, here's the Atlas army, like, fending off Salem's forces. James is just, like, doing his fucking best.
Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't even be against Volume 8 ending with them losing and it being like, wow, everyone fucked up and that's why they lost. But they don't deal with it. They just gloss over it. Volume 9 was the closest, and it was just how sad RWBY was, where it should be, they should all be going, wow, we suck.
No, they start talking about it in episode 6, and then it's like, oh, conversation. It's like, no, we need to leave before the stupid retarded storm gets us. The memory store of it. Basically, it's the memory store.
No, I meant RWBY's side of it. Like, I meant her breakdown. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like she's depressed, then no, she's not. It's like, oh, that's not how depression works. But okay. And I really like, again, the start of that depression arc, and then they just finish it with her just being like, I'm not depressed anymore. You're like, oh. Okay.
I got over it.
I'm depressed. You're smiling. I got better.
Yeah.
I love that. Ah, Penny. For you, Terry.
Wait, no, guys, that was the foreshadowing that Blake was gay. She likes to eat fish.
Get out.
What does that do with anything?
No, you can't make me.
Actually, I can. Lion! Oh, hit him with a shovel!
No. I mean, you are by, like, an ocean, so, you know.
I don't know. Ace is as far away from the ocean you can be in England.
I mean, that's not entirely true. I bet there's a few miles they can be further away, but that's about it. Yeah, I mean, basically. I ain't getting hit by any tsunamis, but I can't leave.
Yeah. But useless land.
Well, I haven't really spoke about it much, but like, because we got to like Weiss' side of it, but I mean, I know it's kind of, he's a cliche character, but I really like Sun.
Oh yeah, he's like
Sun's cool.
Probably the best. He's currently probably the best character because he's completely undamaged. Although I hear one of the books completely assassinates him.
I'll have to read one of them one day, but I don't wanna.
It's like it's like After the Fall, and then another one, and then there's one that goes over Neo's backstory.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Roman Holiday.
Because isn't there a thing like if you've done Roman Holiday, like is that a comic or a book or whatever? Regardless,
it's a book.
If you'd read it, didn't it make the painting in Volume 9 where Roman walked out of? Doesn't that make sense for some fucking reason?
Yeah, well, because it shows how like Neo killed her parents.
Yeah.
So apparently Neo was like a split personality, and then like the Neo personality took over or whatever. I mean, he's not wrong. Which, by the way, Blake does not suffer any consequences for her illegal actions either.
What, in the White Fang, or?
Yeah, during the White Fang.
Yeah, they kind of gloss over a lot. Remember, is it Ilya? Is that her name?
Yeah, Ilya.
But they're like, you are pardoned because, yes.
Because it'd be awkward if we went to jail for that.
It really is this weird, fucked up moral thing of how like the anyone who's like agrees with the main characters gets pardoned for their horrible actions. Like cough cough emerald cough cough.
Do you know what? Like, I know there's some off dialogue in RWBY, don't get me wrong, but the cringiest fucking dialogue is when she fucking talks after they, like, save Penny for the first time from the thing. When Emma was like, hey, I'm gonna be so pissed if after I've switched sides you give up. So don't use the word switch sides. It sounds so not right.
Yeah, why would they even fucking trust her? Like, literally, she pretended to be friends with them before?
Yeah, but that was only for, well, like 2 seasons. He's ginger. He's one of us.
I wouldn't exactly call it small.
Look, I got 2 of them.
I wouldn't even call it big. I'd call it just right.
Why didn't Roman get hurt by that?
Because
it was his explosion.
Yeah.
25 is not on.
Okay, like, this is the best fight of this season, though.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it's the sun part, really.
Well, yeah. His weapon is fucking stupid.
Yeah, the gunchucks are great.
Well, is that blackface, bro?
Do you know, do you know what, Sun's, guns are called?
Ape Escape.
It's called Ryu Bang and Jingu Bang, because Ryu and Jingu are things that Sun Wukong had in the Legends. But it basically means that his weapon is called Bang Bang.
God, this part's so fucking stupid. I love it.
Oh, that animation is so fucking smooth.
It is, yeah.
It's like fucking wonderful. The fact we only ever see the gunchucks used twice in the whole show is a crime.
Yeah. Why didn't you start shooting him, you fucking dumbass?
Got distracted by a massive scythe. I kind of don't blame him for a second. I'm surprised it took him more than a second to recover, though. It should have been a, what? Oh, shit. And then back to...
Penny's about to murder people.
It's fine.
I'm a robot. I don't have morals, says Penny.
Like killing the people that are attacking her, fine. Killing the people that are escaping, I mean... Oh, God.
It wasn't programmed for mercy.
No, she was programmed for results.
Exactly.
It's okay, though. She only has swords. It's not like she's gonna, like, destroy the building or anything, but,
No, yeah.
Wait.
It's not like she's gonna cause...
Penny, no! Penny, no! It's radiation, Penny!
No.
Oh, look. Oh, they landed in the water.
Oh, sorry, they drowned.
They landed in the water, right.
Yeah,
the water did it, not me.
I thought they landed in the city for the longest time.
It's my superpower. Light stroll.
Oh yeah, no, those people were just trying to escape.
That one didn't land in the water.
No, it didn't. No. Those people were just trying to escape, Penny.
No, they failed.
They deserved it. They were weak.
Yeah, they failed to escape. It's like, oh no, she just.
RWBY, I've got the biggest number. What? What are you counting?
Then slaps her across the face. You're a
I'm gonna
furry.
make extra races.
I've decided you're a furry.
Not some disgusting fucking simian.
Not some disgusting white boy.
Absolutely, just filthy anthropoid. Some, like, despicable Catarine. Your kind should be separate from. We don't take too kindly to monkeys around here. Only cats and robots.
Oh my god. That means nothing at this point.
Yeah. But wait, Queen has pawns. Shouldn't that just be fucking obvious? Oh, hi, Cinder. I remember. Oh, this was before you were turned into a complete and total fucking joke.
Yeah, she was good for the first, like, 3 volumes.
Yeah, and then volume 4, she was just kind of there, like, recovering, so it's like,
volume 5,
yeah.
she's an idiot, and then in volume 6, she's an idiot, and in volume 7, she's an idiot.
Volume 8, they try and give her some big redemption, but she's really an idiot.
Well, that's volume 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's neat.
Well, we'll just have that in there because might as well just finish. It'll just go on loop now. But it's a good place to call it. I really like Volume 1 still. I think it's still quite charming. It's just gonna loop the start of part 1 there.
It's got a very rough charm to it. It's not a bad thing.
No, I like the trailers, which is weird that you kind of, well, you don't have to, but you should watch them for this story. Like the animation's fucking amazing for them. Just have that there. Then the actual story, like, we've got some pretty good fights in this arc. It's just weird that the Jean stuff is just cringe. Like, I'm not even against the principle of there being a story where he overcomes a bully or an obstacle or whatever, but it's just the fact that it's a school bully. It's just kind of weirdly not fitting.
It is weird. It's like you're bullying people, Cardin. We have evidence of you, like, with Velvet, like bullying Velvet. Get the fuck out of our school. You are a waste of time and resource. We can't have the future of humanity being this. Yeah, that was neat.
I don't think I've got anything else to say. I think we said most of it during it. Roman Torchwick's a pretty good baddie. Like, he's very simple, but him just being like the thug that obviously is leading up to more things to come. You know, he's pretty effective. Especially when this is the point where it was all kind of fan project-y, so they weren't sure if they were going to keep doing it or not, were they, at this point?
Yeah.
I think for the first volume. I mean, afterwards they did because it took off. But you know what I mean? Like, they were just sort of doing it because they wanted to.
Yeah.
Simple plot. The aura stuff is explained in this one, so that's pretty okay for now. Semblances is, it's not really explained, but they go over it enough so that you go, oh, everyone's got they're a different thingy. Yeah, I think Volume 1's just pretty solid, is it? A lot of the stuff is more tonal stuff. I think that's a problem, isn't it? Do you think?
Tonal, and then some pacing, and then I think it does waste a lot of time in certain areas where it's like we could be using the setting to establish the world and the history a lot better, and instead we're just having we're just kind of like glossing over certain aspects of it. But no, Jean needs to be bullied. It's like, no, he doesn't.
It feels like this is like, I'm trying to think how to word it, because this service is like I think it's like an hour and 50 minutes is Volume 1 or something like that.
Yeah, like hour 50, hour 53, something like that. Yeah.
It feels like because the later ones are like 3 hours minimum, aren't they? You know, like after Volume 2.
Yeah, like 2. Yeah, like Volume 5 is like 2.5, almost 3 hours, I think.
But basically, it feels like this one has the structure's fine. It's just like it feels like it was designed for like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour time slot rather than a under 2 hour. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty solid. I don't really like giving numbers, but basically Volume 1 still pretty is where it's pretty okay. Like I think for a pretty at this point like amateurish project. I mean, I know they weren't amateurs because they were Rooster Teeth, but you know what I mean. It was like they weren't like a serious animation studio, and at that point,
well, I mean,
Rooster Teeth was still just online.
Miles and Carrie never wrote a single thing in their life, so it was pretty amateurish.
Oh, okay, but basically, I think this is a good like easy 6, possibly a 7 as like its own little project. It's just like we'll see what it comes to.
I'd say a 5.
Really, you don't think there's anything like slightly more that pushes it to being slightly better than it's bad?
No, 5 is average.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's like 5's like it's like it balanced as all things should be. I think it edges slightly more to a 6. That's why I think it's easy a 6. But it's up to you. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I would give it a 5. Maybe if I'd had rewatched it on my own and go a little bit more in depth, I could find more right or more wrong with it. But upon this rewatch, I would give it a 5.
I mean, that's fair because it's still thinking. I'm just trying to think. The only issue that I think I probably had with the show, like a genuine thing that bothered me, is just Jean's thing being kind of cringe, but not that it's awful. It's just like tonally weird. But anyway, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, I think it's still pretty in the thing. It's not like it's like amazing. I think this is a solid first arc for a basically like a mostly just sort of amateur passion thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like character wise, yeah, like just like the main character. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's quickly go to the main characters just before we stop. Like, so we've got like Team RWBY and Juniper basically. I mean, I think they're all pretty well characterized in this season. Obviously, we'll see how.
Yang doesn't really do a whole lot.
We'll have to have the carrier. Well, it doesn't mean that she doesn't have a.
She has a character, and she's like, fine. If you don't watch the yellow trailer, and then if you do watch the yellow trailer, you're like, oh, so you're just a psychopath.
Well, if we just go through them in order quickly, like I say, so it's like we got RWBY, who's obviously very naturally talented, and she very much reveres like huntresses and likes fighting monsters, and it's like it's a very simple character, but she's just like you. She is like the shonen protagonist, isn't she? You know, she wants to be a huntress, and so she does it. It's pretty standard. The only thing we know is that she's got a sister and her mum's dead from. That's kind of anyway. Weiss. Like I said, Weiss is pretty good. She's pretty entitled and stuff like that, but she's not actively being a twat. She's just genuinely she doesn't really realise if she's standoffish. So I think her like subtle character changes are pretty good. Like at the end of Volume 1, it's more just like she's just trying not to be judgy, which is like interesting because she didn't really see it as a bad thing because obviously, well, she was either ignored or people just said yes, Miss Schnee or whatnot. So I think Weiss is alright. RWBY.
Yeah, Blake's fine.
Blake's fine, yeah. She has a good... I mean, with the trailer, I think it's pretty cool. We see that, how she wants to escape, but also, obviously, there's a bit of history that we get it. There's obviously more that we know, but, like, in this season, you can just say that she was in it, so she doesn't like that the White Fang has become violent. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's fine, but there's not too many layers, but it's a pretty solid, just, like, foundation. And then, like you said, Yang's fine. Yang's basically just like she is just like chaotic good one. So she is just like likes to cause trouble, but isn't actively a bad guy. So yeah, like she's just fucking weird. Like, sorry, she's just fucking mad.
Yeah, she is, and it's like then with the context of the yellow trailer, she is just a fucking violent psychopath.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still a pretty okay like foundation of her just literally being about the you know, insanely in the moment. But yeah, like you said, in Volume 1, she's more just there, but she's pretty solid in it. But yeah, she hasn't really got much to do yet. I think actually the only thing she really does in Volume 1 is the fight with the Nevermore, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, she doesn't really do a whole lot more, except for maybe introducing RWBY to Blake. So like there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she just has the fight, and then she has more to do next season and the season after, and then
I think that's weird.
Volume 4 is the last time she's like tolerable, and then boy, I just want her to go away forever. I just want her to go.
I'm excited to get there. But yeah, so for Volume 1, like, Team RWBY are basically good to fine, I think.
Yeah, they're alright.
So yeah. I think Weiss is actually... I think Weiss and RWBY are in the good, and Blake and Yang are in the fine, basically. But,
yeah.
Anyway, but then we got, and Juniper, so Jean's pretty cool in concept that, he wants to do this, he's faked his way in, blah, but we kind of simultaneously get too much and too little with him.
I would argue we got too much. I think you should have saved his stuff for next season.
I agree, but I agree, but what I mean is I think we should have focused on him faking his way in, but the bully stuff is cringe. So I think it's more.
Yeah.
I think it's more what we focus on. Like, would people be bothered if it was good?
No, people probably wouldn't be that bothered if it was good. You still kind of have the same issue of, like, you should be focusing on the main four as well. So, but at the very least, you would have a good story, even if it was like taking away time from the people that matter more.
But like, as far as Jean as a character, though, I think he's in the good as well. Like, he's pretty well characterized in this first season. Nora's very simple in this show. She's just very over energetic. I mean, I think in the first couple of volumes, you got to talk about Ren and Nora like they're one person. Cause did you actually hear how they described Ren and Nora? And I loved it. Actually, when they were really passionate about the show.
I have not, no.
They basically said that Ren and Nora are basically like, they're two people sharing the same amount of energy. Basically, so like, Nora has the energy of two people, and Ren has zero because Nora's basically got his. Like, they basically are just like, she's got all the enthusiasm, and Ren's just basically like emotionally just sort of blasé about everything, and that's why they kind of wrote them as that, which is really funny because obviously, as we know, in Volume 4 onwards, he starts fucking talking and it doesn't really work.
Yeah, it just doesn't really work because. It is kind of an unfortunate. Well, it was just the execution of it because it's like at some point he would kind of start have to doing that.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think you do. Like, I think you can have moments where they have to have a conversation at some point, but you can still make them really like few and far between, or like mostly having short, the one word answers, like in Volume 2 when he talks to Jean and that, and stuff like that, like, and just make it really meaningfully, and that's when they talk and stuff like that. But they just went with, now he's just talking, and he's like, with that whole, the two energy thing dynamic is just kind of gone, and it's like, it's a shame. It doesn't ruin him. It doesn't ruin him, it just takes something that was really unique about him. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. In Volume 1, basically, Ren and Nora, they're very simple, but they're both perfectly fine.
Yeah. So, Pyrrha is an interesting one, because there's a conversation on whether or not she's a Mary Sue.
No.
I would need to do more of a look into it, because there are arguments you could make, but I don't think they're particularly strong.
No, I don't think so, because... I mean, I guess it depends how much it bothers you, like... Because my thing about Mary Sue, I always thought it was like actually like actively meant to be like negative, because she is really strong. Everyone likes her. However, they do seem to make it clear that it just seems to be most people are in it for their own gains. Like, Weiss wants to be with Pyrrha for the fact that, Pyrrha's got history of being, really good. So it's it is something I might do a video on in the future, just to like really go into it, because it's like I can see why people would come to that conclusion, but her skills come with her at a default, so it's not like she's better than everyone else from the start. So it's not like she's a nobody that's better than everyone else for no reason. Well, yeah, here's the thing, like, it's not like... Here's the first of all, she's not like the main character, so it's not like we've got an overpowered main character. But secondly, it's I don't think it's like free. Sorry, I'm not sober, so it's really hard for me to keep my train. Tom in the chat. Good. Tom in the chat, by the way, just because I'm finding it hard to think out what I want to say. basically a lot of stuff she has a drawback, and we find out like in it's volume 2 mainly, but like she's very lonely because she knows that a lot of people want to be friends with the she's the famous young star and all that, whereas that's why she likes Jean, is because Jean was like one of the first people to like talk to her, not because she was famous and stuff like that. So I don't think the fact that she's overly popular and people like her, I don't think they make it a Mary Sue sense, because they seem to make it that a lot of people use that as a way that they want to clout chase. They want to use her fame for their own benefit. So I think that one kind of makes that one more of a character thing rather than it just being everyone loves her,
Exactly.
She is really strong, but obviously that's her part of being the prodigy things. But
she comes with her strength and abilities come as a default package from the start, so it's no longer an issue. It's like Tony Stark comes with being a tech genius from the start. So it's not really an issue. That's just one of his default states.
That's kind of it. Because it's a bit. It would be like. I mean, here's the thing. If she was the main character, it's not like it couldn't work. Like we got like One Punch Man that has like the most badass like strong guy, and it's fucking funny. But it would be like you. Don't get me wrong. It has its own issues. We're not talking about that. But it would be like saying, Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen sucks. He's too strong. And his thing, there's other reasons if you don't like him or do like him or whatnot. My point is more like them just having a character that's naturally really talented, and that it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just about what they do with it.
Exactly.
And I think Pyrrha's fine for that. I think Pyrrha's got a really interesting thing about why she latches onto certain people. Like, I mean, I know I just said it, but obviously the reason she starts to fall for Jean is that fact that he's just like was sincerely like coming on to her and shit like that, which was not something she was used to because of her history. But I guess it depends. If you define a Mary Sue as or a Gary Stu, whatever, just to make it easier, as a character who everyone gets on with, is super strong and talented, and has very few flaws. I mean, she is a Mary Sue. But at the same time, I think she has got a few minor flaws because she's a bit naive and stuff.
Well, no, the issue is that like that's not even really what a Mary Sue necessarily is. It's the plot has to bend itself in order to accommodate them.
Well, I mean, which it definitely doesn't do, because I mean, we're
it doesn't do that.
Because she fucking dies.
Well, Mary Sue can still die. The original Mary Sue dies.
Well, what I mean is the plot doesn't bend itself out of the way, because obviously that was like the first big moment, like in a kind of on the world stage kind of set, and it goes against her.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends how you think it. I don't think she's a Mary Sue. I think she's just like a strong supporting character. But I think she's got way too many positives and negatives to her character, and like in the character flaw sense, not like as in a bad sense. That I definitely think she's like a character rather than rather than just like a Mary Sue. If there's one thing, I don't know if RWBY... I don't think RWBY has any Mary Sues. If there's one thing, I'd give it.
So, no, not necessarily. You're right. At least early on, RWBY herself starts to kind of go into that territory, but like not fully. They kind of go into it, and then they kind of back off a little bit more around volume 8 or 9.
Well, we'll wait till we get there anyway. If nothing else, because I'm actually shattered, so I'm gonna... because I'm starting to lose. I can't just like talk.
Yeah, I think it's time to give it a.
But anyway, this is really fun though. So do you want to carry this on though? Because I'd love to go through these.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd love to do this.
As they get longer, we could probably do like each one as like each half as a part. You know what I mean? It's only because this volume 1's really short.
Oh yeah.
I think volume
2 we can probably do it to go in one go as well.
Well, I was just going to say, as far as I can see, volume 1 and 2 on my thing are relatively short. It's volume 3 onwards where it's like each part's like an hour and a half minimum. So
yeah.
But anyway, it's been really fun. I think we should call it there. Yep. And say thanks to anyone that has been watching us for some reason.
Exactly. How could you?
I've not got a link, but JakeTheSurgen is on my main channel as well, so we've got loads of videos about RWBY, and as you can hear, he's very passionate about his favourite show ever made. He thinks it's like the best thing ever.
I mean, it makes me money. So. It makes me money.
His YouTube channel gets him the ability to buy a Big Mac every other Thursday. It's great.
Exactly. It's amazing.
All right. Bye.